Hello you guys, welcome back to Lily Reads. Okay, in today's video, I want to make a video which is about all the books on my bookshelf that I believe are going to be 5-star reads. I am committed to only reading good books for the rest of the year, and my birthday is in October, and in October, I want to choose books that are going to be 5-star reads. I want October to be the best reading month I've ever had in my life for my birthday, so I compiled a group of books that I believe are all going to be 5-star reads, and I thought I would come on here and share that list with you guys, and then maybe like in the future I'll do a video like reading some of the books that were on my 5-star like list. And then once I read all of these, which it may take years, it may take months, who knows, then we can go back and see like, were they 5-star reads? Were there any duds? I do not know. I did put a few on here that like, who knows, maybe it'll be good. I think it's gonna be 5 stars. I can see it being 5 or 1. I did put those, but overall, I think I have a bunch of 5-star reads here. So I'm just gonna get into them. Some of them I know the plot, some of them I don't really remember the plot. We'll try to piece it all together as we get through them. But first things first, Agatha Christie. I believe I am going to love Agatha Christie. I do not know why, but I feel like Agatha Christie is the mystery author for me. I read a lot of thrillers. I read a lot of mysteries. It's like my second most read genre. But the thing is, I don't necessarily have authors that like I have to go to. Like I have to read their book. If they come out with a book, I have to read it. I don't really have authors like that. If the plot sounds interesting, I pick up the book. And even if I don't like a book from an author, it really doesn't steer me away from picking up their next book. I'm just kind of fickle that way. I'm a flip-flopping bitch when it comes to thrillers. Like, I'll read you if the premise sounds good, I read you. But I think I'm going to like Agatha Christie, and I think And Then There Were None, I am going to fall in line with everyone else, and I'm going to enjoy this book. This is a 5-star read for me. I do plan on doing an entire Agatha Christie video like in October, so I know I'll be getting to this book this year, but I think this is going to be a 5-star read. Want to know something? I've never been spoiled by this book. I've heard about this book since I was a kid, and I've never been spoiled by this book. Not only, I don't know anything about this book. Like, I know people die one by one, and then I do know at the end, the person who did it, like, writes, like, a note. I think this kind of, like, invented the, like, villainy note, like, this is why I did it. I think this book literally invented that, but, like, I don't know what this book is about. I don't know who did it. I don't know the characters. I don't know anything. So that's a good testament on the part of the book community for not spoiling this book. My dad really likes this book. But yeah, Agatha Christie, And Then There Were None is a 5-star prediction. The next book that is a 5-star prediction is Confessions by Kenyainthekitchen. This book is translated. So this, from what I'm getting, this is about a woman who basically is a teacher at a school, and she decides to put in her resignation, even though, you know, she is kind of a higher up teacher going for tenure and all that. But something in her life has happened, and she has decided to put in her resignation. But before she leaves, she decides to tell like a secret about 2 of her students, or something that causes all her students to turn on 2 of her other students. And then this whole like revenge plot shit just get crazy because this teacher just blows everything up, and like secrets are learned, things are learned about everyone. I don't know, but this sounds right up my alley. I've heard good things about it. Like, I am so excited to read this. I do have a video plan with this book. I just don't know when I'll be able to do the video. That's the thing that really happens to me with a lot of my reading. I have to read the books. Like, if life was just as simple as me just like, oh, this is a video idea, make the video, it'd be one thing. But like, I have to read the book for the video, and like, there's only but so many books I can read in a month. My cap is kind of like 14. I don't think I've ever read more than 14 books in a month. So like, I have a video idea for this book. Like, this book is already slated for a video. I just don't know when in the year I can get the video in. It's just not realistic. Most of my books are already assigned to a video. It's just when can I sit down and read the book? Like, there's just more pressing things. So like Confessions though, I believe it's a 5-star book. We have Christina Forrest. She is going to show up on this list twice. But first we have Now That I Found You. This book is about a woman who wants to be famous. She wants to be famous, but something happens and she gets blacklisted. So she's like, I'm going to enlist my grandmother to come help me get back in everyone's good favor. But when she goes to like get her grandmother out of the house to help her, her grandma's like, I don't really leave the house. So the grandma has something going on with her, and our main character wants to figure out what that is. And so in order to figure out what that is, she enlists the help of the person who was last with her grandma, like last saw her grandma out and about, and it's this guy. And so they come together and they try to help out her grandma and try to get her career back on track and all types of stuff like that. It just sounds, I trust Christina Forrest. That's it. I don't know what it is. It's a sixth sense. I trust Christina Forrest, and I think this book is going to be good for me. I don't know. Even though I'm iffy on famous people in books, I don't know. We also have Xyla Kai. This is going to be a book club pick for October, spoiler alert, because that's how much I believe it is going to be a 5-star book. And so I'm putting it in October, my birthday month, because I think it is going to be a hit. This is a romance that we miss. We were once together, now we not, let's find our way back to each other romance, which I am not totally against. I always say I'm against like second chance romances, but I'm not. Most of the time when I read second chance romances, I like them. So like Xyla Kai is a second chance romance. It's about two people. What the hell are they doing? I don't know. Everyone thinks they're broken up, but then they run off together or something. It's told in past and present, and you know how that go, because that's usually how I like my second chance romance. I like it told in past and present, but the past part gotta be good. To me, when it comes to a second chance romance, it's always the past part that hangs me up. I'm just like, what y'all mad about? What was y'all even mad about? So like the past part gotta be good. Think People We Meet on Vacation. Like if you can give me that, like, So this, I believe, is a 5-star prediction. The next thing that is a 5-star prediction is Anonymous Girl by Gray Hendricks and Sarah Pekkanen. I read The Wife Between Us and gave it 5 stars, and I wasn't even expecting to. And so, of course, I'm going to pick up another book by them, especially when it's on bargain. And I expect this book to be 5 stars. It's about some girl who enters in on some, like, you know, we'll pay you if you answer these questions type thing. But when she gets there, she realized things are not what they seem. And the person asking the question, she think kind of know her and know secrets about her. It's about that. And it's like, I'm here. I am here. I am here. I am here. It sounds up my alley. 5-star prediction. 5-star prediction. Okay, I'm already breaking stuff over here. Zada of the Moon Goddess by Su Lin Tan. Okay, this is the book I'm talking about. It's either 5 stars or 1 star. I'm not even going to act like I know what this book is fully about. It's about this girl who lives on the moon. Then she got to save her mama. She go over to another kingdom, and it's just, she's doing a lot up in space, I think. And it's just like, it's fantastical. It's, I've heard great things about this book. I've heard people who don't quite love it, but I think it's going to be 5 stars. I think this is going to be like a Project Hail Mary type thing where I'm going to step out of my comfort zone and I'm actually going to get a hit. And I think this is going to be a hit. I almost read this book last month, but like something, I don't know, it just, I looked at the word count and it's like, that's looking a bit too long. And I let it go. I let it go, but I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be good. The next book that I am going to read is If I Had Your Face. I believe, number one, I believe that this cover is gorgeous. And then secondly, this is an arc, by the way, but I didn't like get this arc. So like the arc wasn't sent to me. I got the arc from somebody else, if that makes sense. Anyway, If I Had Your Face by Frances Cha. I believe this is about a group of girls who all like are kind of interconnected, dealing with beauty standards and all types of things like that. Sounds up my alley. Sounds very literary fiction. Sounds very, I'm going to have a good time. This is going to like move me to tears. It's going to move my spirit. I'm here. I'm here. we have a Tiffany D. Jackson book. Tiffany D. Jackson is one of my favorite authors that I was introduced to this year. I loved Grown. I love Monday's Not Coming. And so like this is I think this book was written before both of those books, and I think it's also about like being a victim of abuse and all of that. I'm so excited. I believe it's going to be 5 stars. Like, I think of all the books I've showed you, this is the one, like, I would be like, I know I'm giving this 5 stars. I know I'm giving it 5 stars. Like, I'm so sorry. Tiffany D. Jackson just has not steered me wrong. Like, if I gotta go with the track record. She hasn't steered me wrong. Sorry. The next book is Admissions, and I believe this was 100% playing on the admission scandal that happened with, you know, Girl from Desperate Housewives, you know, all of that. Yeah, it's about this girl who, like, her parents paid for her to get into college. The FBI come knocking on her door, and before you know it, her life is turned upside down because people think she paid to get into college. The next book, Eliza Starts a Rumor, just seems like such a good chicklet. It is by Jane L. Rosen. This book is about a girl who she can't leave the house. Like, she just is like in the house. She doesn't want to leave the house. So she starts a blog where she like puts up like fake salacious posts about people, but then like people start believing the posts are about them. So then her sister moves into town, and the sister knows why our main girl hasn't gotten out of the house, and there's just all types of stuff going on, all types of scandals and secrets, and Eliza just starts this whole big, like, you know, storm. It just sounds so up my alley. Just such a fun day. I believe this book is going to be such a 5-star. I've been putting it off. I've had time to read this book. I'm just like, let me wait till October. Let me wait till my birthday month. That's how much I believe it's going to be a hit. It just seems like it was written for me. Another book that seems like it was written for me, The Messy Lives of Book People by Phaedra Patrick. So this book follows this girl who like is a housekeeper, and she is hired to be the housekeeper of one of her favorite authors. And so she gets to talking to her favorite author about everything. Her author is kind of a recluse and all that. So all of a sudden the this author dies, and our housekeeper, she is put in charge of writing the next novel for this woman. And so once she's writing this next novel, she learns things about this novelist and how both of them are connected and all of that. It's kind of giving Evelyn Hugo when you think about it, but like, stay with me. Like, I don't know, seems right up my alley. A 5-star prediction. The next book that is a 5-star prediction is Elena Ferrante, my brilliant best friend. It's a book 1. Ooh, I don't do series, but they're saying it's book 1. I don't know what that means. But anyway, this follows two best friends living life, you know, starting off in poverty, started from the bottom, now we here. Like, it just follows them. Everyone says it's good, and I believe them. I love a tale of two best friends moving through life and their husbands and their wives, and I love it. I love it every single time. 5-star prediction. A book I've been wanting to get to, and I almost got to it in February, but I didn't get to it in February. How to Marry Keanu Reeves in 90 Days by K.M. Jackson. This just seems so chickly and fun. I don't think I need to give you a synopsis. The title is called How to Marry Keanu Reeves in 90 Days. That's your synopsis. And like, I just think it's going to be so much fun. Such a good time. I'm not above fun. Even though I'm a literary fiction girl, even though I am not above a fun time, and this seems like fun. The next one, this might surprise you. Altesa Mashfay, Death in Her Own Hands, is a 5-star prediction. I believe I'm going to love this book. This book is about a woman who believes that she has witnessed someone be murdered, but then when people look into it, the person was not murdered. And so all of a sudden, this woman, she's like, I'm gonna solve this murder, but like, I don't think there really is a murder to solve. So there's all types of like things going on in her head, and is it going on in her head? It's just one of this psychological, like, you know, books. It just seems like it's gonna blow my mind. Altesa Mashfay, this is going to be my Altesa Mashfay, I think. I think this is the Altesa Mashfay book that makes me an Altesa Mashfay truther. I think it is. The next one, Toni Morrison, has made the list. Toni Morrison with Recitative. Did Toni Morrison know I had braces? Toni Morrison, Recitative. I believe I'm going to love this book. This book is a story about a black woman and a white woman, but you don't know which one is which, and you're supposed to read the book and decide based on the information you get about both women, which woman is white and which woman is black. Zadie Smith also wrote the foreword in this, who I adore. So like, I'm all in. The next book that we have is the Hookup Plan. You know I got my hands on the Hookup Plan. I pre-ordered this. After I love the dating playbook, I pre-ordered this sucker. So this is from the Farrah Khan series, the dating playbook, the boyfriend project, the dating playbook, and now you have the Hookup Plan. This is following the third girl in this like trilogy. If you ain't read it yet, catch up. If you ain't read it yet, catch up. I'm reading this in October for my birthday. Sorry, I'm reading this, and this is 100% a 5-star prediction. This is a high 5-star prediction. If this book lets me down, it's gonna be on my most disappointing books of the year, because like I got high hopes. I have high hopes. I really, really do. The next book we have is Open Water. This is about two British black people who like fall in love. Then you know, outside circumstances cause them to break up. This just seemed like one of these books that I'm gonna just sit on my couch and cry to, like 5 stars. It just seems like it's gonna be one of those 5-star with room, 5 stars with room. It just seems like it is. I'm so freaking excited. A love-hate thing. I believe this is about 2 roommates. I could totally be wrong, but I believe this is about 2 roommates who live together and they fall in love. Looks like a nice little black romance. We have here. It's a 5-star prediction. It's a 5-star prediction. I think I'm going to love it. And so like, I think I'll be reading this in October. I'm excited. The next one we have is Thin Girls. I forgot I owned this book, and then I figured out I owned it. I read the synopsis and it was blown away. Like a month ago, I was like organizing my bookshelf. Believe it or not, this bookshelf back here is quite organized, to me at least. And it's by Diane Clark. And like, I found this book and I was like, I remember when I bought this book. What the hell? Then I reread the synopsis. It's about 2 girls who are dealing with eating disorders, but then they're like extra hard. They're like extra focused on one sister, I believe, with the eating disorder, and so another sister kind of gets like, you know, a little thrusted to the side. So in order to cope with her, like the issues that she's having, she's a teacher, and she starts like sleeping with some of the fathers of her like kids, like married fathers. She starts sleeping with the kids' fathers who have wives and all types of stuff, just trying to cope and deal. So you're just reading a story about 2 sisters who are struggling with all types of mental illness, all types of just like, all types of things. Seems right up my alley. It does. The next book we have is Love in the Big City. This book follows 2 young people who live in Seoul, basically navigating the nightlife, but then after the nightlife, you know, things crash down and they have to deal with the things that they don't have, the lack of love, the loneliness, and all that. This is a queer novel. It is Korean. It's a Korean queer novel. I am so excited to read this. Like, first of all, the cover alone. But anyway, it's about the nightlife in Seoul. These two young people just, you know, trying to figure out life through nightlife and all of that stuff. 5-star prediction. This book is a 5-star prediction with room. Like, I think I'm going to love this book. This book is entitled Pizza Girl. It's by Jin Kyung Fraser. So this book is about a pregnant girl who is basically delivering pizza in order to make ends meet. And so one day when she is delivering pizza, she delivers pizza to another pregnant woman, and this pregnant woman keeps on like getting pizzas. And so they start to talk and they start to bond over motherhood, and things happen. And I don't know, it just seems like it might be found family. They're both dealing with things. They're both pregnant. I don't know. The idea of a story about 2 pregnant women trying to navigate life and everything, it's up my alley. I'm so excited. And sickening cover, and this cover is so sickening, but believe it or not, the UK cover for this is even more sickening. Oh my gosh, I love a sickening cover. And the last book we have is Trust. I have read the synopsis for this book many times. You saw the cut in the video. I literally read the synopsis again to see if I understand it, and I do not fully understand it. But I think this is about a couple who like rises through like the world and gets uber rich based off the stock market and stuff, and lies and deceit. And so everyone has a different tale about how things happen, and it's just about all types of, I don't know, about rich people lying and scheming and all types of stuff like that. I don't know, but this is just just a 5-star prediction. I just think it's up my alley. It's up my alley. Everyone I respect has loved this book. And so like, I'm here. I'm here. Those are my 5-star predictions. Those are my 5-star predictions. If you've read any of them, down below, tell me what you have to think, what you think about that. I do think I'm going to mute the word Agatha Christie or then there were none, because I don't want y'all to spoil that book for me, because I know people, when they're here, you haven't been spoiled by something, they want to like knock you upside the head. I'm on the lookout for that. I'm on the lookout for that. So anyways, that is the end of this video. I love you guys so much. If you guys want to see more of me, hit me up on Patreon, which is As Told by Kenya, and I will see you guys in the next one.